Hey girls, so you all did really well with this page. It was really good, so we're not going to spend time on that. But let's look at the next page. On this page, everyone did a really good job of knowing that this is not a function, this one is, and this one is not. That was really very good, right? Vertical line test tells us that. But you struggled a little bit with the domains and the ranges. So I want to take some time with you on that, and let's have a look, okay? And we're going to color code. Domains, again, are our x values, and we can zoom in. I'm going to actually zoom in here, okay, and look at the domain, and we know that our x goes from here to here, and here x equals, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, x equals 8, and here my x equals -2, right? And these are kind of solid points, so I can write my domain as, I'm going to go back and zoom out. My domain is going to be x such that, and I've got -2 as my low value, less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 8. And if you had just written this part in a parenthesis, of course that's totally cool, okay? That's my domain. Now let's look at the range for this problem, okay? And the range again is our y, so we need to be looking at the y values. And that means we're going to draw our lines horizontally. I'm going to zoom in here, and I'm going to look just at the y values. So I know that this ellipse here taps out there, and its lowest point is right there. So here my y equals 3, and here y equals 5. It's a much more narrow window, right? This is my range. So I'm going to zoom back out, and for y, I've got 3 as my low number, less than or equal to, make sure this is a y in here, less than or equal to 5, and close parenthesis. Okay? So that's that problem. Now, let's look at the next one. And I want to make a point to you. If you see that a line goes off the grid, goes off the coordinate plane here, even if there isn't an arrow on it, that means it's implied that it is going off forever, okay? There's no marked end point, therefore it does continue forever, okay? Therefore, this is going to continue to go in both up and down and left and right forever, infinitely. And that means, if we zoom back out, that in terms of domain and range, we don't have really an endpoint here. So our domain, that was red, right? Our domain is going to be x is in the set of all real numbers, and our range is also going to be that y is all real numbers. All right? Now, let's apply that, and let's keep that in mind as we look at this next problem. So, I'm going to start with my domain again, and domain is x values. So I'm going to draw my vertical lines, and I can't draw one here because, again, this goes off the page, so it's as if there are arrows on the ends of that. So my x, my domain, is everything this way of this line, and this line in here is x equals -2, right? So it's everything less than x equals -2. So I've got x is less than and including or equal to -2. In terms of range, though, remember this is going to keep going and going and going, and it's going to get wider and wider. This is a parabola. And when it's a parabola and it gets wider and wider, we kind of end up with an infinite number. So y is in the set of all real numbers for this problem. So I'm going to load one page as a new document to class pages, and I want you to try a couple problems on that. Again, identifying domain and range, and whether it's a function, just to kind of get a little extra practice after you've watched this, okay? See you in class tomorrow.